Today's lesson is on solving rational equations. Here are the steps if there's only one fraction on each side. Then you can start by cross multiplying. Solve, check for extraneous solutions. Remember, thou shalt not divide by zero. So we have to make sure that none of our denominators equal zero. Let's look at the first example. Here we have one fraction on each side. So when you cross multiply, you can do this and go 2 times. Watch those parentheses. Make sure you distribute. And then we can go this direction and we get 10 times x plus 2. And now it's an equation that is pretty easy to solve. Combine those like terms. And we see we have negative 4x equals 16, or x equals negative 4. Now, last step, double check for extraneous solutions. The only thing we have to do is ask ourselves, if we plug it in, will we make any of the denominators 0? Safe, safe. So I double checked it, and to all the denominators, it doesn't make anything 0, so it's good. Now, what if there's more than one fraction on either side? The steps change now. We're going to find the lowest common denominator. Then we're going to ignore that denominator. So we'll make a new equation from the numerators. Then we'll solve for x and then check for extraneous. So let's take a look at example 2. I'm going to decide that my common denominator is going to be 2x. I'm just writing this here. You don't have to do that. So in order to get this to be a 2x, I need 2 on the top and bottom. Here I'm missing the x. And here I'm missing a 2. And so now I have a common denominator. So I can write a new equation from the numerators only. This technique only works in equations, so be careful. You must have an equation to use this strategy. 6 plus 5x equals a negative 24. 5x equals negative 30. Therefore, x equals negative 6. Now I have to double check. If I plug in negative 6, safe, safe. So I have double check for extraneous. And notice you can just really look at it and tell. Alrighty, example last. This one's going to be a little more involved. The first thing I suggest is factoring your denominators. So we have 4x over x plus 3, x minus 3. We have the difference of squares. And that equals, let's see what this one is. That's going to be, when we make our diamond, x minus 3, x minus 3. And x plus 3 over here. Alrighty. So let's see. We have x minus 3 twice. So we're going to have to be very careful here. And I'm going to change colors just to make sure you can see. We're going to need 2 x minus 3's and an x plus 3. That's the only way to get every denominator to have the same thing. Since this appears twice, we're going to have it twice everywhere, since it appears twice in that one. So I need x minus 3 twice. Now, all of the denominators are the same, so I kind of just disregard them, okay? Make my new equation from the numerators, and we're going to have to multiply and simplify, and looks like it's going to end up being a quadratic. Oops. That should be 12x first, outer, inner, last. Let's see, that's x squared minus 6x plus 9. Let's see. We need to combine some like terms and finish this. That's 2x squared minus 12x plus 18 for that part. Okay. So now I have 3x squared. And then for my x's, that's plus x minus 11x. Plus 15. Okay, now I'm going to put everything on one side. And it doesn't matter which way you go. I just kind of like my x squared coefficient to be positive. So I'm going this way. And then minus 15. Alrighty, gone, gone, gone. So I have x squared minus 2x minus 15. And let's see. Quick diamond, looks like x minus 5, x plus 3, and x equals 5, or x equals negative 3. Now I must check for, oh, I wrote the wrong thing. X equals negative 3. So I'm going to double check 5. If I plug 5 here, that's 25. 25 minus 30 and 9. So none of these end up 0. So this one I checked. That's good. If I plug in negative 3 here, that's going to be 9 minus 9. I'm going to end up with 0 in the denominator. And I see quickly, too, that's going to give me a 0 in that last denominator also.